If you click this video, you're probably thinking about painting your bike. But do you have what it takes? Do you? Well, in this video, we're gonna find out. I'm gonna go through both practical and psychological aspects that are equally important for you to succeed with your DIY paint job. So make sure you watch this video to the end so you don't miss out. Painting a bike is hard work and it takes a lot of time, gear, and the right mindset to succeed. If you don't have what it takes, you might end up with a ruined frame and a twisted self-confidence. So let's make sure you know what you're up for. Painting takes a lot of time, especially if you do this for the first time. But do you have that time? This will take time from your family, from your training, from your YouTube time. Well, that last might not be the worst. It's not just the practical work that takes a lot of time. You will also spend a lot of time waiting for paint to dry, for supply to show up, etc. You will spend hours in front of your laptop and your phone doing research on how to go through with your project. So make sure you have that time to spend. Because if you're a little bit like me, this project will probably take over your life. You probably want to paint your bike for the feeling of accomplishment and the knowledge that you did it yourself. That means that you want a result that you can be proud of and not something that others will laugh at and you would rather forget. So apart from time, make sure you dedicate yourself to your project. Throughout the process, you will run into setbacks and things you had not foreseen. My advice? Don't skip or rush these things in the hunt to completion. Accept that it takes time, it costs a bit more, and it's more work than you had expected. It will take some willpower, but it's better to do it right than to continue and end up with a crap finish. Some of the work is not fun at all. It's straight up boring, but nevertheless important. This is where many people fail and give up. An example is all the sanding. It's extremely time consuming and boring. But you need to find a way to cope with it. Watch films, listen to podcasts, or why not watch all my YouTube videos over and over again? If this is the first time you paint a bike, you need to do a lot of research. You're probably in this phase right now, watching this video. Great. And as you're probably realizing, you got a lot to wrap your head around. What steps are involved in the process, products to be used, techniques, designs, finishes, and so on. But keep cool, you don't have to reinvent the wheel. Just keep to proven concepts and methods. You don't have to plan every single detail of the project, but get yourself an idea about what each step of the process will take. Every step from the design idea to the cured clear coat. By doing that, you will realize if there's anything in the process you won't be able to do because of lack of time, gear, space, or whatever. And you can change your plan or even realize that this is not for you. By doing that, you also avoid the realization that you didn't do the previous step in a proper way. Before you start, get everything you need to complete your project. If you invest in everything from the beginning, you have economically dedicated yourself to your project, and you don't want to waste that money. Also, you have everything you need to carry on, so you don't lose momentum because you have to wait for the supply. The plan that you did in the previous step will help you understand what is needed. Do you live in a one-room apartment on the 20th floor without access to a garden, a storage, or a rooftop terrace? Then you might want to reconsider. You should realize that in the planning phase. Removing paint is dirty work, and painting comes with a lot of bad fumes and dust from overspray. So make sure you have a good place to be in. A garage, a basement, or a workshop. Depending on where you live, you have different options. If you live in Southern California, where it's warm and dry, you can probably do it outside. If you live in the north of Finland, you probably want a heated garage or a workshop. When painting a bike, you will be exposed to a lot of toxic and corrosive fumes and chemicals. So make sure you're in a well-ventilated area, have a proper respirator, protective gloves and glasses, and why not a jumpsuit that covers all your skin. Also make sure that you recycle and leave your empty cans and leftovers to a waste facility. If you see my other videos, you know I'm a big fan of painting test tubes. It's a great way for you to test your ideas, learn and fail. And when you get your real frame, you know what to do and not to do. So get yourself some tubes, preferably in the same material as your frame, and go through the process. This will take some time and cost some money, but it will make you more confident and in the end make your paint job look great. If this is your first time, don't make it too complicated. Don't make it 10 color, faded, candy, shaded. Yeah, you get the idea. Keep it simple. Stick to a few colors, basic graphics and logos. You will still have a unique bike that you did yourself. Now, do you have what it takes? Are you up for the challenge? Make sure you check out this video on how you strip your frame from paint and lay down the base prep. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in my next DIY bike project. Cheers.